And we have begun recording.
Okay, great. So let's start the meeting of the Emery Park Subcommittee. Oh, who's that?
Lisa.
Lisa.
Okay. Call to order by me, John.
At 6:16.
6:16, exactly right. Yep. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Up to you, Matt.
I, Matthew Bussey, the Park and Recreation Director, am abstaining from voting in this meeting.
You should have a recording of that. You know that?
I should just play it every time.
Exactly. All right. So I'm going to say this 3 times to see if anybody's online. Public comment. Is anybody there that wants to speak right now? Again, public comment. Does anybody want to speak right now? Last time. Going once, going twice. Public comment. Anybody want to speak? I guess not. All right, moving on. Discussion and possible actions and next steps and goals for Emery Park. I'll let you lead off.
Sure. So just to give everyone some updates as to what progress I've made. So Aquarian came to visit the park and the water main is not leaking. So we can check that off our list that there's no leaks from their water line into our park. There's no leaks going from where the fountain is. That fountain line has been off for quite some time, and the water is actually situated going up towards where the fire hydrant is. So the area that we find saturated would not be in the path of projection of where the connector for that fountain would be. So we have ruled that out. I'm meeting with Glenn from District 4 Transportation tomorrow at Emery Park at 1:30 p.m. So we'll be taking a tour, walking around. I'll be showing him the drainage issues that we've been having. I'll show him the areas that are of concern and how it's leaking from the roadway all the way down to the pool. I'll show him the paths that the water has eroded to and go from there and update the committee after we meet.
I'd like to be there.
Do you like to be there, John?
Yes, please. 1:30,
Okay,
you said?
1:30.
Great.
Yeah. The pool, I connected with a group out in New Haven that builds natural swimming pools just to get their feedback as to what we're at with our natural swimming pool and how our pool operates and what it's classified as. And so pretty much it's a natural swimming pool. If we were to have it renovated, based on what the company out in New Haven said, they said that they said the flow of inflow outflow needs to be increased. So we need outflow essentially. We've had an aerator in the past, which I've explained, and that is a great feature to have to help with bacteria levels, but also with algae. But if we have the outflow, that'll also decrease the amount of bacteria and algae we have in the pond and viruses and parasites. And then in addition to that, we would have a lime rock powder filter as a biofilter. So that is an option for us to install, and having a lime rock filter would prevent the bacteria from entering the pond. It would minimize the amount of bacteria entering the pond, minimize the amount of viruses, protozoa, and so on and so forth. This filter similarly is used actually in sewer treatment. So for the water to come out of sewer treatment back into flow for drinking and public use, it has to be treated in some way, shape, or form. So lime is actually one of the filters that's used, and the sewer plant does get lime for their outflow. So if we ever needed to have the conversation and go that route, we might be able to get lime in bulk at a cheaper price if we needed to replace it. So that is a concept option. I just asked if someone from the commission could give me the connection to Matt Hannon because I couldn't find a connection with him based on all the data that I have and stuff. So
I'll send it to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to reach out to Matt next. I just wanted to see, from
Absolutely,
a company.
I can send it.
So yeah, wanted the company to build the naturals to see what it looks like to establish it and see if it's fixable. Based on the pictures, the company said, and I'm blanking on the name and I wrote it down, but I can't find where I wrote it at the moment. Candide out in New Haven. They said that it's repairable with the concrete. We would have to drain it for them to see full reparations, but right now, since we've had a lot of rain, draining it at the moment would really overflow the stream. So I wanted to wait for a few more drier days, and then we can go ahead and start letting the water seep out of the pond. I did purchase pool closed, no swimming signs for the pond, and I also purchased the gate signage for the gate to prevent motorcyclists, vehicles from going up into the trails. So that gate would be put near the culvert to prevent people from going up it. And signage for that, signage for the hiking trail, signage for the viewpoint. We have the trail markers, so we're good to go on those. I'm working with Rick to get some wood. We're gonna get telephone poles that are cut to put in the ground for the gate, and I'm hoping to have that installed next week. And that is where I'm at.
Great. That's great. I mean, you covered everything just about. Great. Excellent.
Yeah, so questions?
Yep.
Yeah, I have a question. So is it worth, I'm assuming you talked to Rick about like the lime and that kind of stuff. Is it worth talking to the staff of the sewer plant and just saying, you know, they probably have much more, if it's the same kind of filter, they probably have a whole lot more knowledge that they can shed on this. And as an advisor to the committee, maybe as we dig deeper in this, that might be a good relationship to build.
Yeah, I agree. And I
If
think
they have a full staff at the sewer plant, and John may know this more than I do, but I assume that there's certificates and stuff that
Yes.
they are working towards and keeping current that we
Sure,
actually
yeah.
might have to have if we go that route, and to be able to use their staff, and that might, and their knowledge base might be a really beneficial thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I could stop by tomorrow and see what the lime percentage is.
That'd be awesome. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any other questions, comments?
Do they give you an idea, or have you not gotten there on what the cost is to renovate with them?
Haven't gotten there yet. So they want to come out for a full tour, and I wanted to just advise the committee that I'm going to ask them to come out for a full tour of the pond just to explore it. They were either video chat or full in person just to discuss a little bit more, and then they can give me just a quote as to what we're expected, what we're going to be expecting ballpark range for not just us, but maybe some other companies, what they're expecting, so that if we do, and when we do go for bid, we at least know what range we're looking at. And if we need to go higher or lower, we can go higher or lower, and we can find money if we need to go higher.
I'd love to have them come zoom in and present to us just a little more. I'm sure they do that for their clients all the time. So I don't think we're asking anything abnormal, but I think just familiarizing ourselves with it would be a good educational first step.
Yeah.
I'm
So did you
excited
say,
that we got this far. It's really exciting.
We got far in a few weeks, so I'm really happy about that. So
did you say you put up the signs for the trails, Matt?
no, I didn't put them up yet. They came in last week on Thursday or Friday. They were dropped off. So they just arrived. I haven't had a chance to put them up yet. Memorial Day was a bit busy, and then yesterday was a bit busy recovering from it. Today I was doing a lot of planning, program prep, especially for camp, and getting stuff ready for baseball, t-ball tonight, and pickleball. So haven't had a chance to put them up. I'm going to try to install them tomorrow, if not early next week. And then we'll go from there.
I think the scouts would still love to participate in the trail markers and the blazing of the trail.
Yeah.
Adding the blazes when you're ready.
Yeah, definitely. The trail blazes, those aren't going to go up just yet. So it's just the big signage. The big signs that I got, they just point to where the hiking trails are. So since I want to install the culvert bridge, that sign will point where the trail is, how to get to the trail. There's one for a scenic lookout, so we can go ahead and post it where people can go for the scenic lookout, so they know what to look for. So those are ones to hang up soon, but next week I think might be the best bet for that. And then we'll go from there once I do a little more trail maintenance. I ordered chaps and a helmet from a company out in Torrington. Or Harwinton rather. So I'm hoping to get those soon so we can do a little more with tree work on the trail.
So we discussed in our staff meeting today that there's going to be a chainsaw class for specifically targeted at trail damage through storms and things. And we're putting together a group. So if you want to be in that group to get that training, there'll be a cost associated, but you know, it seems like it was a good class to maybe put your name into.
I would love that. Yeah, definitely put my name
Yep,
in and I'm definitely interested.
great.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Is there
Um,
anything else? Does anybody have anything else?
Yeah, I do. Speaking of the lookout,
There you go.
where
Good.
are we at? What's the next step for us with the lookout?
Um, so with conversations with planning and zoning, it's just notifying the planning and zoning commission what we're going to be doing. So we just have to advise them that we're going to be doing some trail maintenance up at the rock area or at the lookout, and then we're going to be cutting trees. The reason why we have to notify them and we might be called in for a conversation is it's in the horizon line. So we have to be
Yep.
mindful of the horizon line and all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious because we were up there this week and it's
It's
we're
getting
losing
full.
it.
Yeah, I know. It's a bummer, but I'm definitely gonna try to find the time with planning and zoning. I'm gonna have one more conversation with Ty, the land use administrator. She's out this week, and unfortunately, I'm out on Friday to swap my Memorial Day as a floating holiday for Friday. So I won't be able to connect with Donna in person. I'm gonna send her an email though, and hopefully she can get back to me on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh, and then one more thing, because I did throw it in the shared drive. The cabin that is on the property that's being reverse or actually C-shaped by Emery Park. After Gary Hawk did a survey, he ruled that the cabin is in their own property line, about 100 feet. So we are in the clear with that. The tax assessor maps show a little discrepancy, but based on the survey results that Gary provided, they're in the clear, so they're good to go. So
Great.
we don't have any issues with that.
Good.
That's
Perfect.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else wants?
I just had, Matt, remind me, I know that there's this boundary survey in there. Was there another survey? I feel like you had mentioned something that had more like topo lines, or were we working on getting something?
I can create one. So let me write that. I apologize if I did not get that done, but I will go ahead
Oh,
and create
no,
share
please.
permission. So
You've gotten a lot done. I am thrilled with how much you've gotten done, but just asking.
no, good question. I will get that done so that we can see it and I'll share it with commission. So I'll do a topo mapping one. I like Mapbox. It's really great. So if anybody has a chance, if you want to play with Mapbox, it's free. Go right ahead. You can see some great topo lines. And then Yukon, I can also share a link with that with the subcommittee. If you guys ever need a great GIS source for parcels and
You
for
can
overlay.
also go to the HVA green print and
Green
do
print.
all the, yep, all the mapping is right there. And Stacy Deming can print it out for you up at HVA.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
And I was also just wondering if the survey that we have, do you have a CAD file for that by any chance?
I don't, but I can ask for a CAD file for that.
Yeah, if you can, it's not a
Yeah.
huge deal, but might be nice to have.
Yeah, I can ask for a CAD file. And Lisa, that sound was the alarm at the school. Someone was at the front door for pickleball. You look confused when you heard it. I was like, nope, nothing wrong. I'm here at the school tonight overseeing pickleball too, so or facilitating it tonight. So all right, I'll get that CAD drawing. Perfect. Anything else?
Going once. Going twice.
Do you think that we have to keep meeting on a weekly basis, or maybe we can go to every other week just so that we can get with the summer months and everything, we can get some work done in between? Or do y'all like that we're meeting weekly?
I was going to suggest that we go 10 days from today. So if that's possible for anybody.
Yeah, I like bi-weekly. John, which date did you have in mind?
It's up to you, kiddo. You've got a better busier schedule than I do. So
So 10 days puts us out to the 7th, 8th. Unfortunately, on the 7th, I'm not available after pretty much 11 a.m. I'm going to have the senior lunch. We're going to be doing a karaoke theme. And then I'm off to the Catskills for the Catskill Welcome Center's annual conference from 4 to 7 p.m. So unfortunately, I'll be leaving shortly after that.
I'm not available for Fridays going forward, so sorry
Okay.
about that. But it's farmer's market.
Totally
So
fair.
Fridays from 3 to 6 are just not going to work for me.
Maybe early the next week then?
Can we stick to Wednesdays and do like
How about the 12th? Would that be all right for everybody?
That works for me.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
That works for me.
Same time, same place, same bat channel?
6:15 on the 12th.
Lynn, I saw you come off mute. Is that okay for you? You're still muted.
Yeah. Yes, I'm cooking dinner, sorry.
I just
It's all
want to make
good.
sure.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Is it okay if we bump to 6:30 since I do have baseball and I just want to be available just in case the staff need me for baseball?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Work.
Thank you guys. So 6:30 on the 12th.
Great.
Fine.
Anything else? Anybody got
No?
any birthday parties?
I set up the table and chairs in the shed. Looked like a birthday party table. After the picnic, I was still in the picnic mode, but an indoor picnic this time. So I set them all up to look like we're all in a meeting space or a big, a big birthday party.
It was so nice to see Miranda, Lisa, Lynn at the picnic, like, and Matt, obviously, you were there. But it was so nice to see our community come out for the picnic.
That was great. Yeah, I was happy the rain held off.
Yeah, it looked like your kids really enjoyed every activity.
yeah, they
that we
love
put
it.
on.
They love it.
Great.
Very, very nice picnic. That was excellent.
Yeah, you guys did a great job, Melissa. You and the Land Trust just absolutely like hit the nail on the head with it, and you got lucked out with all, the great weather and no storms. So
Thank you. Thank you for all your time and effort, Matt.
yeah, you're welcome. I came up with ideas for next year already for what Park and Rec's going to do. So stay tuned.
Exciting.
So Matt, and 1:30 tomorrow at
1:30 tomorrow at Emery Park with Glenn from District 4.
Great, excellent.
Perfect.
That's it. Anybody else? Last call. Okay. That's it.
Adjourn. Stella wants to make the motion to adjourn at 6:32.
I'll second that.
Great. That was a quick one.
All right, good. Thank you.
You're
Thank you a lot.
welcome.
Good
Thank you,
night.
everyone.
Bye-bye.